fourth down, but the third time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. Jones off the play fake. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And the Giants are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. First down. Being chased out left. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Giants have got it back to a one-score game.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along?
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Here's Landry. And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 38. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Jones. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And goal.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic. Let's go.
Now Jones throwing on 4th down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. A big play looming for the Giants as they'll go for 2. Jones throwing for it. And this is caught. And they've got the lead here in the 4th. They didn't want the tie. They roll the dice and they take the lead.
That felt like a tone setter, didn't it? Forget tying the ball game and feeling like we're just hanging with you. We're going to go ahead and push it to a 1-point lead, and it just changes the complexion of the whole game.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? Now Mayfield lost the football. fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down, Browns.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield buying time to his left. And he completes it to Hunt. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Open man is Higgins. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense. Because a lot of times you get...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Number 13.
Odell Beckham, 44 yards. And once again, the Browns are back in front. And that is the definition of yards after catch. They go short on the pass, and the receiver does the rest.
Seems so harmless, doesn't it? To throw it underneath, a short pass like that. But, boy, it gets dangerous in the hands of...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
They got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Jones now on first down. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. 4-yard line. From the gun, Jones got his man complete over the middle. That's Shepard.
Jones.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. Back to throw. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Here's Jones throwing on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. He's got it at the 15. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the 4th.
26.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Browns drive about to get started. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Mayfield to throw. That one is caught by Hunt. And he is going to have a Browns first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep, and it's caught inside the 30. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
A 45-yard attempt.
And it's no good, just short. He gave it a good run, but maybe a foot or 2 short of the crossbar. Well, befitting a tight game like this, it all came down to the wire, but in the end, the field goal to win, it goes begging.
Oh, man, that is a tough way to lose a football game. You put yourself in position, and you give yourself a chance, but it's just not meant to be.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Jones, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing, Jones. Looking for Shepard deep. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Now Jones. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried